Welcome to the Miniature Lettuce Farm. We are a hydroponic farm located in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We specialize in miniature varieties of lettuce and herbs. All right, today we are going to start some microgreens. I've been getting a lot of questions about some microgreens. Let's just first say I am definitely not a professional on microgreens. I've actually tried microgreens about 3 to 4 other times and they have not worked out, so I'm gonna give this a good try. I definitely know the basis. Now, this is in a water jug. I had this from my grandbaby when she was younger, but give me 1 second. But I just kept the jug. So I filled this up with water and I made sure this was pH balanced. I did this a while ago. I just checked it. It was about 6.75. So that is good for me. So I would definitely say make sure you're starting off with pH balanced water. I have a spray bottle that I am going to fill up with that pH balanced water. Okay, so we've got the pH balanced water. We've got it filled up. I've got a 10 by 20 tray. This is a 10 by 20 tray with holes. I don't know if you can see the holes. And this is one without the holes. So we'll actually need 3 of these. So 2 with no holes and 1 with holes. Okay. Since I am a hydroponic farmer, we use the biostrate felt, and I got all of this stuff from True Leaf Market. So I will have that down in the bio. But yes, I got this from True Leaf Market. This is just the biostrate felt, and you just they're already pre-cut. When you buy them like this, and I actually bought a lot of these, they're already pre-cut to basically fill up the tray. You do have some space where the tray's not completely filled, but that's okay. It's mostly filled. So we're gonna work with that. I also have, well, I guess I can show you this part first. So I am going to, and this is me, I just poured some of the water in here just to make sure it was still pH balanced. So you need to completely wet your felt. You want to make sure that this is completely wet. The problem that I had been having prior to this, and I will show you the good, bad, and the ugly, was mold. I didn't necessarily see the mold. My seeds were not germinating very good, number one. Number two, I didn't necessarily see the mold on top, but when you smell the tray, it did not smell right. So I did not eat them because the seed, like I said, one, the seeds were not germinating, and then two, it just didn't smell right. So this is completely wet, and I'm actually going to pick this up and turn it over and just make sure it's completely wet, because if what I learned is if this is not completely wet, then the seeds will not stick to this material. Okay, so now that's completely wet. I like the way that is. You want a little bit of water. There's still a little bit of water down there, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this over to the side for a second, and then I got a big tray of seeds. I actually, when I bought this stuff, I actually bought the kit from True Leaf Market. So, and one thing I wanted to make sure everybody aware of, the seeds you use for microgreens are the same seeds that you use to grow the whole thing. It's just that when you see a thing that says microgreen seeds, it's just they give you a big pack, because you put a lot in a tray versus one or two when you're buying just regular seeds. But can I use these to grow a full plant? This is some kale microgreens. Could I use this to grow kale? Absolutely. So this is a pound of the kale microgreens, obviously non-GMO. So we're gonna weigh these. And what I was doing was I was putting about 25 grams of seeds. Weigh your seeds out, that way you don't have extra, you just don't have too many seeds there. So for a 10-20 tray, by watching a lot of other people, a full tray, 10-20 tray, you can put about 25 grams of the seeds. But since I have been having problems with seed germination, just zeroing that out. Since I've been having problems with seed germination and all of that, I am going to try to lessen the amount of seeds to see if I can get a better crop. So start off smaller and then we work ourselves up. Microgreens are very healthy. These are the seeds that you get. Microgreens are actually and let me pay attention to what I'm doing really quick. Okay, 2 grams. I'm going to do 20. So we did 20 grams. I I do like the bags these come in because they just zip right back up. So I did like that part. And they're dark, in a dark container, so you can keep them out. And those seeds will last for a while. But this is 20 grams of seeds. So now we can put that up. I'm gonna pour some of that water out. Okay, so we have that. And then actually what we're gonna do now is just basically pour the seeds on here. And again, you wanted it to be wet, and the whole thing to be wet, so that the seeds will stick to the felt, the biostrate. So you want to spread them out a little bit. You don't want them to be all clumped together, but you want a good tray of seeds. So I'm just spreading them out a little bit more. And that's another reason why you measure how much seeds. It just helps so that you don't overseed the tray, because that's also going to cause you overseed the tray. The microgreens don't have space to breathe, and so you get molds and all that kind of problems. So by measuring, you kind of make sure you don't overseed the tray. And I am actually underseeding the tray for this time, just because I have not had very good luck with got some seeds that, because the cup was wet. So got some seeds that are sticking to the cup. So we're just gonna pour those in there. Just spreading it out a little bit, because again, you don't want them all clumped together. You get it on there. I don't know if you all can see, but then you have to spray your seeds. And remember, this is the water that I made sure was also just getting some seeds that are not all clumped, that are kind of all clumped together. Okay, so you want to get them really good and wet so that you have good germination. And I'm just kind of looking at them. I'll bring them closer so you can kind of see how the tray is. Maybe if I put it that way, you can see a little bit better. So you can see the tray now. I've sprayed it down really good. I think we're okay. And actually, So these are going to get sprayed twice a day right now. So I'm spraying them now, and then once we spray them now, I'll get another tray. We're going to cover it with a tray with no holes. That's why I said you need two 10-20 trays with no holes and one with holes. So we're going to spray this twice a day, maybe 3 times, but really twice a day. This is what now going to go into, I think it's really good. This is another 10-20 tray with no holes. Now what I'm going to do at this point is actually set it like that, and I'm going to weight it. So a lot of what you'll see on YouTube and stuff is like they'll use the cement, like a 15-pound cement block. Don't have it. So what I'm going to do is use what I have around the house to try to evenly weight it down. Okay, I really don't have anything else. I looked for other stuff. I really don't have anything else. So what I'm going to do is just kind of weight it down with some cans that I have in the house. The reason why I've seen that it's been important to weight it down like this is to force the seeds to germinate and the roots to go down into the biostrate versus on top of the biostrate. You want them to really go down and root into the biostrate and go down into that second tray. And also to make sure it germinates evenly. So if this side begins to germinate, it may lift this up and start getting some more light, and so you want to make sure it germinates evenly as much as possible. So I'm just going to use some cans that I have around the house. This will actually stay in this blackout phase for 3 days. I will water this with my pH balanced water twice a day. No light. I'm just going to sit this on my countertop and let it do its thing. I will be back and show you what I do later. Okay, what you're going to see over the next 3 clips is what I do every morning. I'm actually patting the top of the tray. That way, if any seeds have actually stuck to the top of the tray, they'll fall back down and hopefully germinate in the tray. You could also wet the bottom of that top tray to help the seeds not stick. I actually only wound up spraying this stuff once a day. I only wet it and sprayed it once a day. When I first woke up in the morning, this is my process. Sprayed it down and then put it back. I only did that once a day. It is going to stay in weighted blackout. So with the cans on it, weight it down for 3 days. And that is what you're going to see me doing in the next couple of clips. Just the same thing every morning. Okay, starting on day 4, it no longer needs to be weighted down with the cans. It will remain in blackout with that top tray on top of it for another 2 days, but it doesn't need to be in blackout. You still get up every morning, spray it down with your spray bottle, and put that top tray back on it. Now, I apologize. I did get kind of lazy, so I did not do every day of this. I think I only did 1 day, so you'll see 1 day the next morning, the same process of me getting up, doing the same thing. Now, this is day 6. Day 6, you take it from out of blackout and you put it under the lights so that it can start greening up. So you're gonna take it from out of the lights. Once you put it under lights, you really don't need to top water it anymore. But I still had a lot of seeds that were not germinated, so I kind of did top water it, but don't do that because that can increase your chances of getting mold. Once you put it under light, you're going to start bottom watering it. You can see how the roots are coming out the bottom, and you're going to put water. At this point, I start using half strength nutrients. If you have not seen how I mix and measure my nutrients, then you can go back to that video. I will actually have it linked in the description box below, but I begin to use half strength nutrients at this point. Bottom watering. I know some people continue to just use water with microgreens. I choose to do some nutrients with microgreens. So they will be like this for the next 6 days. Under light, and I'm bottom watering every morning with half strength nutrients. I only did this once a day, and I used about half of a cup of half strength nutrients to bottom water. Now this is day 12 of these microgreens, and they are done. You can begin to cut, clip, and eat them. Microgreens are so healthy. You can put them on top of your salads. You can put them on sandwiches. You can put them on in your smoothies. There are so many different things that you could do with microgreens, and they actually have more nutrients in them than their counterparts. So there are so many things that you could do with them. I just cut them right above the biostrate. They come off really easy because this is for my use, my personal use. I'm not going to cut all of these now, because if I cut them all now and put them in the refrigerator, they'll go bad. So I'll cut what I want, and I will leave the rest in the tray and continue to water them for the next couple of days. If you have not started growing your own microgreens, let this be your encouragement to start today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also, I will have the links in the description box below to my other social media accounts. Please make sure you go over there and follow and support. Also, again, I just want to thank you all for watching. Have a great day.